Good morning. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, those of you who watch after the fact. Those of you who aren't watching live. Got a bunch of you who don't watch live. I appreciate it. So it's probably not even morning for you. But thanks for being here. Dash I Eat, good morning. Somebody has already pounded the like. Appreciate that. Brandon says, thanks for the corn dog ad. Is he being serious? That'd be funny. That'd be funny. Good morning, Brandon. It seems to be off to a really slow start today. Once again, I was scheduled. All of these days, I've been scheduled from 10:30 a.m. until about midnight, and then I just run it as late as I want to until I'm tired. So I started this dash about 20 minutes ago, and I mean, it's been dead. It's been dead. So once again, that's why I've been like considering the earn by time deal. But once I start the dash, because I'm scheduled for so long, I don't want to start earn by time, you know? And once I start the dash on earn by order, it's kind of over. So it'd be a risk for me to like end my dash in the hopes that I could do earn by time later in the day. I might not get the ability to dash again if I were to end the dash. Brandon said, on my way to Amazon interview. Last time I went to one of these, they just said they were full. But why would they be conducting interviews if they don't need people? Good morning, Steve, and good luck to you, Brandon. I'm sure you'll do well. I'm sure you put on that nice suit and tie and you clean up well. I'm going to break my commitment that I made to you guys earlier in the week too, right here. I told you guys I didn't want to buy any food during the live streams this week. I've decided I'm going to start with some Taco Bell right here. I'm just going to spend like $1 or $2. That's it. I still have a few leftovers left. Like dinner tonight, I'll be having some spaghetti and meatballs out of the fridge. So, but once again, I got a late start to the morning. Couldn't prepare myself something to eat before I had to get in the car. And I'm really hungry. This always happens when I'm left to my own devices. My sleep schedule just kind of keeps shifting backward. I went to bed last night at about 4.
Good morning, Mr. Taco Bell.
Hey there, can I do two of your Chipotle chicken burritos?
All right.
Yeah.
Order.
Yeah.
That was it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Any sauce?
Fire, please.
All right. 436.
I guess it's $4. I forgot they were $2 each. I was thinking they were $1 each. Brandon said, give me some Gary V motivation. F your parents, Brandon. Whatever insecurity you have about this interview today, that's from your parents. You can't listen to your parents. You got to block that stuff out of your mind. Block it out. All your parents ever did was hate on you and tell you you couldn't do it. That's why you're insecure today. That's why you don't know going into this interview how you're going to do. It's because of what your parents put into your head. Block out the noise. Ignore every opinion other than your own. What does that mean? That means also ignoring the people who support you. If your mom's going to poop on you and tell you you're not worth it, and you don't take her opinion seriously, that means your best friend that tells you you're the GOAT can't take his opinion seriously either. You got to block them all out. It's all you today, Brandon. You got this. How about that? Steve said, how far in advance do you schedule your shifts? For this week, because I knew that I was going to be like grinding. And like what I typically do is just maybe Thursday or Friday, I will schedule out because, well, I can't look now. Well, I guess I could, right? Home screen, schedule. Yeah, so like I can schedule out. Tomorrow I'd be able to schedule out as far as the 22nd, Thursday the 22nd. So like for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'd go ahead and like schedule it out now. Now I won't be here, so I'm not going to do that. But, you know, I guess about a week in advance, I schedule the stuff out just to, because that takes the power of Top Dasher away. I mean, unless you people seriously buy into the fact that they're giving you priority orders and better offers. But I've not seen anybody prove on YouTube numerically that that's true. So then the advantage is like, well, oh, I can dash now at any time. Well, so can I basically. Because in my market, I can just pause the dash. And I've heard that other people, if they pause and resume, it ends the dash. That doesn't happen to me. I can pause and resume all day.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you.
And then here you go.
Appreciate you.
Great day.
Zebra says something that happened yesterday has nothing to do with tomorrow. That's true. Was that intended to be a Gary V motivation? Yes, it is. LOL. Okay. Dash I Eat says you haven't seen on YouTube because most people who bash on Top Dasher never been Top Dasher before long enough to get data to prove it's bad in their market. Peter says you shouldn't eat the customer's food. I agree, Peter. Welcome to the live chat. How you doing today? Good morning. I can say with truth that I've never eaten the customer's food before. That to me that's a line that once you cross it, there's no coming back. I like how Brandon never responded to my Gary V motivation. I don't know if it was helpful or not. I was smart enough to make my Pepsi again, so I didn't have to buy a soft drink. Wild cherry Pepsi. So you see my total for the week so far in the title or whatever. I had told y'all yesterday that I needed to average $140 a day for the final 4 days to hit the goal. I ended up doing $161 yesterday. I mean, what did we only make, like $41 during the live stream? Ended up just grinding the dinner shift out. You know, just banged out another $120. And like, it felt slow, but I mean, by the time I looked at the course of the dinner shift, as it averaged out, I was like, I mean, I guess this was not bad at all, but it just felt slow to me. I don't know. But I mean, I must have been hitting, I think I was hitting 20 an hour though. Yeah, because I mean, all of a sudden I looked up and it was like about 10 o'clock at night and I hit my goal and I was like, yeah, I mean, this wasn't crazy. Like, I didn't have to dash until 1 a.m. in the morning to do that. Seems fair to me. Dash 8 says, this mofo doesn't want to tip. All right, let's see what they got. The Chipotle burrito, my favorite. Yeah, so I'm $397 away, which means I need to average $133 a day. Very, very doable. Thursday and Fridays in my market are usually pretty strong. There's actually if I really wanted it, there's a legitimate chance I could do this. I could hit the goal without even working Saturday. That's in the cards. That'd be $150 today, $150 today and $200 tomorrow, and $50 for the rover that I'm gonna do. I've got 2 rover dogs coming tomorrow morning. So I guess you could count that as a little bit of work Saturday. They're getting picked up Saturday. So, you know, I guess a little bit of work technically on Saturday. It's possible though, because I could definitely put up 150 today. I could probably put up 200 tomorrow. I could definitely average that out. I could pull 175 today and tomorrow. $50 for my rover, and now I've hit the goal without even dashing on Saturday. So it's possible. I don't think I want it that bad enough though to do that. I think I'd just rather work a little bit Saturday. You know? I don't think I want it that seriously. What's up, Blake? How's it going? Good morning, Blake. Zebra said totally doable. Dash I Eat says plenty of time. Zebra says, yep, even if you're close on Saturday morning, it's all gravy. Yeah, so actually, and I should probably be embarrassed by this, but you know, I'm not embarrassed by much. That's why I put myself live on the internet every day. You have to be it's got to be hard to embarrass yourself if you're going to put yourself out there to the degree that I do. So it's hard for me to be embarrassed. But maybe I should be embarrassed by the fact that this will only be my second $1,000 week of the year so far, 2023 calendar year. Both times I told y'all that I was going to do it, though. I told y'all to start the week. I said, I'm going to hit 1,000 this week. And I'm going to, both times I'm proving that whenever I want that, I can go get that. But this will only be the second week that I've actually hit it. I got really close a third week when I was just doing my thing. So here's our first order of the day. 7.25, 3 miles, Wendy's, chill. We'll go through the drive-thru like we did yesterday. Wendy's was our first pickup yesterday, wasn't it? On that stack. So we're going to start with this. I should go ahead and go. That way we just get in line. What's wrong, Brandon? What's wrong? Brismap said, I saw the Lyft logo on your thumbnail. You doing rideshare too? I did a bunch of rideshare earlier in the week because I had a Lyft incentive. 9 rides guarantees $125. That's a $13.88 average. So I was accepting like $3 lifts the whole way that were all like short mileage. Like some of them were like less than 1 or 2 miles. And I banged that out on the front end of the week. That's why I kind of got a little bit ahead of pace because that was very helpful. So I do throw it in there. Brandon says, dude says it'll be 30 minutes late. I mean, how tight of a schedule are you on, Brandon? Is that a big deal? It's half an hour, man. You got places to be, I guess. Dang, what was I saying? Oh yeah, this is gonna be my another week. I hit like $938, and I didn't have $1,000 goal that week, but I still got close to it one time. But so my highest week of the year in terms of gig earnings. Now, by the way, I've said many times, that's not necessarily all of the money I make. You guys know I just got monetized on YouTube, so things are starting to do. I'm starting to make some progress there. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Can I help you?
Yeah, I've got the DoorDash for Hosanna.
Okay. Stand in line, drive around.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That $1,000 week I did, I made $1,024. I looked at that the other day since I've been keeping close records of everything. So actually, I haven't talked about it, but I'm actually kind of upping my goal for this week to 1,025, just so that it's not my highest earning week of the year so far. Because it's not that much more. But what is that? 1 more hour of work. We can easily do that Saturday. So I'm gonna make my $1,000, and then I'm gonna make a little bit more just to say that it's my highest earning week of the year. To this point, I do believe that later in the year, I'll probably put up some like monster weeks. We'll see. Hello. Thank you. Okay, I'm starting to believe that some of these fast food workers don't speak at all because they know I'm live and they don't even want their voice heard. Because she said absolutely nothing. She just handed me that bag in total silence. You ever been in a cave? Have you ever been in like complete darkness, complete silence? Where it's so quiet that it's actually loud? That's how quiet she was. Brandon said, like I said, last time they called me in just to tell me they were full. Yeah, that is actually some bullcrap. The corporatocracy, man. The corporatocracy. Tim, what's up? He just said, just saw you parked at Taco Bell. Oh, you should have come said something. Dude, I would have loved to see you, man. It's been way too long. That's funny. He had eyes on me, y'all. That's proof right there. Tim just proved I'm not an AI simulation. This is actually happening in real life. This is not computer generated. I'm not part of the Matrix. I'm not here just to waste your time and take you into a false sense of reality. This is reality. This is true current events. This is as raw as it gets. Brandon said it was silenced. What do we... Oh, it was silenced before Bud Soda hit those deer. The silence before the storm. Or the calm before the storm. Is that what they say? What's that saying about silence? I don't know. I forget. Tim said, didn't want to bug you. He said, I like listening to your logic. That's because you're smart, Tim. Only smart people like listening to me. Anybody that doesn't like listening to me, it's because they have some sort of mental flaw. No, I don't think it's that. I just think people that don't like listening to me, they don't like being intellectually honest. It's not that they're not capable of getting it. It's that they've got walls built up around what sort of honesty they allow themselves to generate. That's the other thing. I'm not saying there aren't other people like me, because I know there's people like me out there, but I don't know how much more honest I could get than what I try to bring to y'all. I don't play around. It is what it is. And it's a risk, because I do this, this is live. I'm telling you, most people don't have the balls to do this, but in 20, 30 years, when I'm trying to get something serious accomplished, and I have 30 years of going live virtually every day on the internet to prove, these politicians get up on stage and they insist I'm a better person than the other guy on the stage, That's why you should trust me, right? It's all a character battle. Dude, there's going to be people that have a real hard time putting up the resume that I'm going to put up in terms of open honesty, in terms of just verifying my character live. I dare someone else. I dare these corrupt people to put themselves on the internet live every day. You can't get Joe Biden to answer a question that hasn't been approved. I sit here and read every freaking comment in the live chat and answer you guys. Now you tell me who we should take more seriously. I mean, say what you want about Donald Trump. Dude's way flawed. Dude's got a lot of issues, right? But he'll take a question. He'll take a question, unless he's like, sometimes he gets just tired of the same,
The customer requested you leave the order at their door. They added the following instructions. Leave at my door.
He gets tired of these, like, opulent, posh, yuppie, liberal white women asking him the same question repeatedly, and then he'll ignore them. But he's answered the question previously. Most people aren't willing to do that. Tim said, make a shirt explaining bottom left. Tim, I might do that. I can see that now. Oh, I got the design in my head just now. I was about to verbalize it, but then somebody else will go make it, and somebody with red hair will go make it and sell it. Anyway. Oh, man, I'm missing. Oh, we got some alien emojis up here. That's how many comments I'm missing. I'm about to pull over and just catch up on the comments. I got to do better. I mean, the most fun part of the shift by a mile is reading the comments. Where am I at here? I'm at a fine spot. I'm just gonna find some shade and park. Actually, I'm kind of not in a great spot. I'm like I'm smack in the middle of two hot spots. I just need to pick one and go. Yeah, I guess I was not in a great spot because I can't park anywhere here either. Yeah, we're just gonna park in here just for fun. Just for fun. Future resident parking. Sure, I'll park right there. Okay, we got Brandon says Tim is a bot. Tim's a bot. Of course, as soon as I park, we get a Grubhub that we're gonna rock. Let's screenshot that. Yeah, I mean it won't take many orders like this for me to hit $140 for the day. Grubhub 961, 5 miles. The issue with this restaurant, let me check the order. The issue here is they don't drop the fries at this restaurant until I show up. Yep, they've got French fries. Fresh cut fries. They don't put them in the grease until I show up, unless I call. I've done that one time and they thought they were like really intimidated by that because I was like, I know y'all aren't going to drop the fries until I show up. I'm telling you right now, go ahead and drop the fries. Let's do that.
Thanks for calling Penn Station East Coast Subs. We'll be right with you to take your order. This call may be recorded for training purposes. We grill, we fry, we bake. It's all about good taste at Penn Station East Coast Subs. Our menu features an array of mouth-watering grilled Penn Station submarine sandwiches, fresh cut fries, and hand-squeezed lemonade. All sandwiches are prepared fresh, in full view, using delicious...
Penn Station, Rock Hill.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just on the road. I try and make a bunch of money delivering food, and I know sometimes y'all don't drop the fries until we show up. So I wanted to let you know that
Okay.
I'm like 90 seconds away or so, about 2 minutes away for the
What was the name?
Grubhub for Sherry. If you could go ahead and drop the
All
fries, that'd make me really happy.
I'll get it ready and bagged up.
You're awesome. I appreciate it. See you in a minute.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, listen. Sometimes you just gotta tell people what to do. Yep. Drop those fries, please. Probably gonna get roasted for that in the comments, aren't I? Hey, Sean. Hey, Kevin T. Blake said, I always say closed mouths don't eat. Hey, that's a great point. My dad when I was growing up, my dad would always tell me, you don't get to sell unless you ask. What's interesting about how the human mind works is people's natural instinct is to be agreeable, to say yes to complete the request, to satisfy the ask. So I mean, yeah, I just think a lot of us, me too. I mean, I'm one of the more vocal people that there is, and I still am not probably, I know I'm not maximizing my potential in terms of just asking. If you just like say, hey, you'll do me a big favor by doing XYZ, a lot of people are going to do it. That's how I met some of the people in my live chat. I haven't seen Jody yet, but some of these people around Rock Hill that I needed subscribers early. I just started asking everybody, just total strangers, especially if I could find some sort of common ground at all. If I noticed I was at a restaurant waiting for food and there was another DoorDasher, I'm asking that person if they'll go subscribe to my YouTube. I almost never ever. I had some people be like, I don't do YouTube. Like I don't have a YouTube account or whatever. But I never had anybody tell me no. I do know that there were some people that subscribed to me and then I put a couple videos out that they didn't agree with and then they unsubscribed. But on the surface, the instant reaction, people are going to say yes. Until you give them a reason not to. Let's see if she actually did it. Let's see if she actually did it. She did it. She came through. A whale. Tim said that's another t-shirt. Closed mouths don't eat. Yeah, but I'm not gonna. That's not my intellectual property, though. Blake can sell that one. Oh. Listen, I intended to catch up on comments, and now I'm going to be way behind. But I'm going to go all the way back and catch up. Okay, I'm probably best turning right here. This is my least favorite light in my zone right here. There's a sign that says you can't turn right on red, no turn on red. And it is the most asinine. It is the most asinine sign ever. Do I follow that rule? No, absolutely not. But cucks like this, Whoever's in that blue vehicle up in front, that's a cuck. I mean, seriously. You're not turning right here. There is no reason not to. Nobody turns left from the other direction. It's incredibly rare that you see that. So just turn right. Just turn right. I'm already prepared for, I will turn right at that stoplight with a cop right behind me. I'm serious. I'm really serious about that. Because I actually want to have the conversation. I don't even care if I get the ticket. I don't care. I'll pay whatever. I'll pay to have that conversation. Now that's where I start to lose people. When Tim says I'm a logical person, somebody hears that and says, this guy can't be taken seriously. You're telling me this guy claims honesty and then says he's going to intentionally get a ticket? People don't think I'm serious. I don't know what to do other than just continuously prove how serious I am. You just got to give me opportunities, and I'm just like that. Like I said, I was going to say, man, hire me if you do that in the Fly the W shirts. Blake wants a royalty. No, what? Yeah, you should be asking for a royalty, Blake. You don't want to work for me. You just want to be paid for the intellectual property. That way you don't have to actually do anything beyond what you've already done. You should request a 25 or 30 cent royalty on every shirt. Brandon said, play a little bit by Nelly. Blake said, I have too much hair to be Mr. Wonderful. Kevin O'Leary. Sean said, it may look and sound logical to turn there. Stats may say it has been an issue and they are trying to correct it. Rules are for everyone, not just a few. That is the problem with the whole country. Zebra said, I need to take a video of the official dumbest traffic circle ever in my town. It's peanut shaped. Peanut shaped. Well, it looks like a little figure eight. All right, we're getting close, y'all. We're getting close to the delivery. This will put us at, I forget how much it was. We're going to be over $16 in the first 50 minutes. So not bad, not bad. Y'all know we get off to slow starts. And then we catch fire for a little bit, try to average it out to 20 an hour. I forget how much the Grubhub was, how much change was on it, because we might be at $17. Can't remember. DoorDash offer, garbage. Decline. When I woke up today, y'all, my acceptance rate on DoorDash was 22%. So again, that kind of shows you my dinner shift last night was pretty good. That's why I was able to exceed my goal for the day without having to work very late. I was getting offers that were acceptable. Got me up to 22. I mean, now it's my acceptance rate's going to go down again during lunch because I'm getting stuff like that. I'm not taking stuff like that. Yeah, see, we're down to 19 already. But when I woke up, it was 22, which for me is that's high. That's good. I don't get up in the 20s very often. I finally saw too. I didn't know how to see your acceptance rate on I'm supposed to turn pretty soon here. Yep, I was supposed to turn right there. Dang it. I saw my Uber Eats acceptance rate was 10%. I don't know how big of a sample size that is. I also don't know. I'm sorry, go ahead. I also don't know if I don't know if I have to turn back around and go back or if I can somehow squeeze through here. I might just pull back here and walk the order. Because I don't want to have to drive backwards. Yeah, so I can't get through here, but it's close enough that I'm going to walk it. Zebra said it's a big figure 8. 6 or 7 different streets. Oh, wow. So just like a double roundabout, kind of? Heck no. Heck no. Oh, when I was walking back, I accepted a DoorDash 575, 3.6. Positive momentum type of order. Sean said no one is held accountable and folks get hurt or killed. I don't think Sean agrees with me on the breaking the traffic laws. The good part is, Sean, within my lifetime, most people aren't going to be driving anymore. Most. I mean, it's going to get to the point where people who are, first of all, I mean, how long are we going to be allowed to drive, first of all? How long until they demand that we all get, whenever the technology evolves to the point where everything self-drives? I mean, they're gonna force us to do it. Because they're going to have the data to back it up. They're going to say, this is clearly a safer mode of transportation. They made y'all wear a mask without any data for public safety, okay? So they're definitely going to make you buy a car where you're not the one driving in the name of public safety. The only question is, how affordable is it? How many, but I mean, they're going to make you do it. But even before then, even before it's that stark of a difference, in the next 10 years, because that's probably more than 10 years down the road. But in the next 10 years, there's still going to be a lot less people driving. More and more and more is going to get put on our plates doing these. There's going to be more gig apps developing. More and more is going to be available to us. And it's going to get to the point where there's a lot of people not driving at all. And people like me who are really good and really practiced at driving do all of it for everybody. Which will be nice. It'll really be nice because a lot of the worst drivers are going to be off the road.
Welcome to KFC.
Hey, I'm picking up your DoorDash for Patricia.
DoorDash for Patricia.
Yes.
Let me see if it's complete. Okay, you come to the window.
Okay. We'll put y'all down here. It's been a while since we did the crotch angle. Some of that crotch angle. Thank you. You too. All right, so we're at 1 hour. We're coming up on 1 hour in the live stream. We're just a few minutes behind. Yeah, we're not very far behind. After this drop, we'll have made about $22 in a little over an hour. Zebra said later, off to work. All right, Zebra, have a good day. Thanks for checking in. Oh, Sean says, I think you missed a couple comments before that. Sean says they didn't make me wear one. I'm not a sheep. If they required it, I didn't go in. Sean says when you justify why you don't follow the rules, that's what entitled people do. No, I don't. I think it's entitled, Sean. Well, hold on. Let me give you the benefit of the doubt here and finish reading. I do think you feel like you are entitled. Oh, so yeah. So I'm going to refute that. So don't do what entitled people do. Yeah, Sean, I must not be getting all your comments for real, because I'm not seeing it. But I'll respond, because you just said, I do think you feel that you are entitled. Here's my thing. An entitled person says the type of things that I do, and then doesn't think that they should pay the ticket. I said clearly I'm willing to pay the ticket. I'm fine paying the ticket. I'm the kind of guy who embraces the consequence, even if I think it's tyrannical. I'd be entitled if I said, well, I should be able to break the rule and not get punished for it. No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm willing to take the arrows for everyone else. I'm willing to be the dude that gets pulled over, turning right on a no turn on red. And by the way, I didn't say in every case. I said in this specific case right here, it's ridiculous at this intersection. It makes no sense. It makes no sense, okay? So I'm willing to deal with that as a catalyst for change, for bringing it to the attention, for being the one willing to say, hey, this doesn't make any sense, does it? Now go ahead and write your ticket, but you agree with me that this is ridiculous. Like this doesn't add up. That's not entitlement. That's like, I would call that like patriotism. Our forefathers, no taxation without representation. They weren't entitled people. It's not entitlement. They were just willing to, like, I mean, they made their life. That's what people see. That's why people make the decisions they make out of comfort and safety and ease. people don't do things because it's just easier to just shut up and deal with it. On an individual basis, it is, but that's not true over large sample sizes for everyone for years and years and decades and lifetimes and generations. It's not true. You are better off just marching through the feces in order to improve processes and systems and policies and mandates and whatever else you want to put in this, whatever you want to call it. I mean, how many rules do you see me break?
The customer requested you hand them the order. They added the following instructions. Hand it to me.
I'm guessing I'm not supposed to be driving with a laptop at my feet on the floorboard. I'm guessing that would also probably be breaking a rule. Alrighty, let me make this delivery. Dash said, "What's with this camera angle? That's called the crotch angle." Sean said, "Entitled to an old cogger like me is folks that think they are better than everyone else and don't have to follow the same rules." Well, by simple matter of the fact, there's an average, and half of people are better than other people. I mean, just by definition, there's an average, and half of us are better than the average. So, and we should all strive to be in the better half. And I've been striving to be in the better half for 25 years. That's why I'm there. I mean, listen. I just say some of the stuff other people think but aren't willing to say. That's all. This stuff is nuanced, though, y'all. Be careful, Quote me on the actual words that I use, not the point that you think I'm making. You can take me quite literally. So when I say, "Oh, heck yeah, we're going to do this for sure," let me turn around. We got an $11 2.6 mile Uber Eats, which will probably end up being more than $11. all my $11 Uber Eats end up being more than $11. When I say I'm on the better half of people, that doesn't mean that people don't have different values. You know, I'm not saying that on a Christian spiritual level, everyone has the same worth, a tremendous amount of worth, given Jesus died for each one of us. But yeah, I mean, it's just a reality to acknowledge the fact that I'm a better driver than half the people out here. That's just fact. That's fact. Sean said, I see people every day with entitlement mentality and it pisses me off. Deliberately running red lights, cutting people off, not using the right sign of a turn lane, blowing by you at stop signs. Some laws make absolutely no sense, I agree, but blatantly not following the rules and regulations is a better than thou mentality and entitlement. Not obeying the traffic laws, I would differ with you. Oh, you're saying that because I don't obey some traffic laws that I'm not one of the better half of drivers. There's an awareness factor too, though, right, Sean? Like, when I deliberately say I'm going to break XYZ rule, that means I'm at least aware of it. Look around at how many people are not even aware of what's going on. A lot of the people that you talk about right there, all the examples that you just used, many times that's not being done intentionally. People just aren't paying attention. I mean, they don't even know. People come real close to being in serious accidents, and 3 seconds later, they're far enough down the road, they don't even realize what just happened. I mean, they don't even know their life just flashed in front of their eyes. They're oblivious. Now, when you're oblivious, I would call that being a bad driver. NFD's here. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. About to deliver this banger $11, probably more than $11, 2.5 mile order. Turning lift on for the first time today, just in case something happens. I know y'all like listening in on the lift rides, the lift combos. It's rare that I see a lift that's worth it unless the incentive, like the incentive was so clutch. I saw when I was inside that one of the comments I missed at the beginning of the live was from Allison. I hate that I missed that. She's super busy, but she took the time to come and say hey. I'm sure she's not still watching now. I missed my opportunity. Next one's going to be a 575 2.8. Groucho's right here by where we're making this Uber delivery. We'll go ahead and line that up in the queue. They're telling me that the order is already ready. I'm not sure I believe that, but that'd be nice because sometimes I have to wait at Groucho's. Leave with receptionist. All righty. I guess I can see why it would be a more high-paying order because it's enough food for multiple people. Whole gallon of tea. I'm going to turn Lyft back off now that we got a DoorDash lined up. Lone Wolf is here because we're just afternoon. Like clockwork. How's it going, Lone Wolf? Good afternoon. You missed her comment because you weren't here. How could you? No, I think I was. I was just driving. I think at that point I was just too busy on the road. Tired. How are you? I was tired when I woke up, but now I'm good. I didn't go to bed until 4 a.m. last night. But I'm feeling pretty motivated. The goal, the $1,000 goal for the week is super achievable at this point. Very achievable. So I would say I'm feeling motivated. You went to bed at 5 a.m. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would say I'm feeling motivated, encouraged that Allison's like halfway done with the camp already or so. It's already Thursday. She left on Monday, so. Wow, this parking lot is full. Here you go, Sean. If you're still watching, now I'm parking in a place that isn't a parking lot, or parking in a place that isn't a parking spot, because they're all full. Got to. once again, like, no, not a single soul was inconvenienced by me stretching the rules right there. The rules of the parking lot. Everybody could still get through. I was only there for a minute. You just gotta, like, I mean, how free are we if we don't have some sort of autonomy in terms of applying our own, like, principles to how we move? Especially when what informs your decision making are the same sort of key foundational elements that your environment decided upon to begin with. And I understand that it's swayed, it's stepped away from the original ideas of belief in God and yeah, I mean, even just something as simple as that. Like, I agree on a fundamental level with what has been what has generated many of our societal rules for centuries now. A Christian point of view, for the most part, a Christian point of view, and a capitalist point of view. I'm with it. But fundamentally, those two things allow for combativeness. So when there's one little thing here or there that I don't think is a rule that I should follow, I mean, I'm going to take the same traits that make me generally agree with the society's boundaries. I'm going to apply when I don't agree. I'm going to be the same human in both instances. Thankfully, I live in a culture and in an environment that still, even to this day, for the most part, my principles line up with things that would make me successful in this culture. Yeah, I'm not a total outlier. I don't live in my own world, you know. I'm not like way out there, but so I don't know how you can have the same mentality, you know. You can have the dissenting mentality when it comes to the COVID mandates, but a couple like traffic laws, you think we should just follow them immediately. I don't get how you can. I don't get how you square that, but Hey, I appreciate the conversation. I don't know if Sean's still here, but I appreciate the being held accountable. I appreciate being challenged. Doesn't make me dislike somebody in the live chat when that happens. It makes me like you more, honestly. We need that. What's up, Victory Lap? Steve said, what is the camp for that Allison's at this week? It's high schoolers. High schoolers come by invitation only. They have to be nominated, and they work on the leadership skills of these students. It's to make them better leaders. Sean said, Ryan, this is a perfect example of how people should be. You and I do not agree on this, and that's okay. We can agree to disagree and still have a fun little debate and still walk away friends. Our drummer is the most socialist person I think I've ever seen. Many times we've gotten into some very heated discussions before our gig, even to the point of yelling. But when he counted the song off, from that point on, it's like nothing had happened. Sean said, parking lots are not state and local roads. They are owned by the business. If they want business, they will deal with it. If the business doesn't like it, they will have you towed. Sean says, very easy. I didn't have to do business with the ones that supported it. I was talking about COVID. Didn't have to do business with them in our state. We didn't push it. And the ones that did got a lot of backlash, and it was optional and up to the local business. Yeah, I mean, I think we're on the same exact page as far as all that goes. Lone Wolf says, my sister hates being challenged. The other day, she tried to convince me she beat the DoorDash system. And I told her she was wrong, and she gave me proof of her feet. And I sent her proof she was wrong. She told me, if you make a call when you get sent an order, you don't want to take and ignore said order. It doesn't count against your AR. She then proceeds to tell me I have to always be right, and I tell her because I always am. Yeah, I can relate to that. My acceptance rate has worked its way down to 18% now. All right, we've made 961 on Grubhub. We've made 1875 on DoorDash. And I'm guessing we've made at least $11 on Uber. So that would be $39.36 in an hour 44. So let's keep it moving. We should be above 20 an hour this shift. Should be above 20 an hour for this whole live stream. Especially because I'm already ahead of pace. So, Yep. I still feel like I have so much to do, though. Lone Wolf, that's an excellent point. The general point Lone Wolf has just made is that people will call you out for thinking you're always right when you're someone who is intentional about the battles that you fight. When you're only really standing your ground, when you know the ground you stand on, it's going to come off as if you think you're always right. That's a great point. People should think about that. So 47 years, I learned things over the years. Yeah, that's a great insight right there. I like that. I hadn't really thought of it that way, but I mean, that makes total sense. Yeah, I feel like I got so much to do. I'm ahead of pace here by a little bit on the $1,000 goal, but I had so many other things I wanted to accomplish too. There were 2 house projects I wanted to do before Allison got back. That way she was impressed with me and thought I was like a little bit of a handyman. I haven't done either of them yet. The truth is they could both probably be, I mean, they could both probably be done within 90 minutes total. Maybe an hour. But sometimes I procrastinate on that stuff. Shoot, I just missed a DoorDash. How did I didn't hear that. I just missed a DoorDash that I would have probably accepted. I didn't see it until there was 2 seconds left. Yeah, and see now they're giving me orders like $3.75 for 7.5 miles in return. They're like, fine, you're not going to accept that. We'll give you some of the bad ones now. Lone Wolf said, I noticed in a lot of these Karen videos on YouTube, they will sit there and argue and play into it, but they're giving the Karen what they want, which is attention. I'd just walk away. Yeah, that's true. To be honest with you, like, I'm not sure. Y'all see me get into some stuff because I'm not, conflict isn't something that to me scares me. So sometimes I get into these verbal altercations. I try not to. Did I just miss another one? Why are they not telling me when I have an order? I hate when DoorDash does it. Every once in a while, it'll stop ringing. It'll stop notifying me. And then they'll tell me, well, you missed an order. Let me pause it. Because here we are, 10 more minutes. Maybe I won't make more than 20 an hour this shift. What's up, Mary? Welcome to the chat. Hope you're having a good day. Almost says you have the silent DoorDash orders. Shoot, what was I saying? Yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, the altercations I get in, I try not to have those with women. Well, we're kind of getting rewarded, I guess. Maybe not, because this is a slow Jersey Mike's, but 6 1/4 for 2 miles that's not a bad consolation prize. We'll take that. Yeah, I try not to argue with women. The more and more that the wiser I get, the less I think I need to prove myself to women at all. Based on the gender roles, gender dynamics. The fact I'm a self-made man, I'm married, I don't have anything to prove. I'm not going to argue. I'll mix it up with men all day. But I'm not just going to meet some woman out here in the streets and get into an argument. I'll just leave it at that for right now. I've done enough arguing with women. You know, I have a difficult mother. We'll just say that. I love her, but you know, there's, especially once you start building a resume as a man. Especially after you hear things growing up like the only reason you don't understand is because you're just not old enough. You'll get it when you're older. And the older and older I get, the more and more wrong you were. What am I supposed to do with that fact? What are you doing, dude? I got this line one time when I was younger. I got this right here. You guys ready for this one? I was told, I feel bad for the woman you marry. Okay, feel bad if you want to. The day I got married, Allison became a millionaire, so a multi-millionaire. Because I accept the responsibility of being the provider, making sure that everything works out. Allison thinks that's the funniest crap ever. Feel bad for me for being married to you? Okay. Yeah, I had to tell my mom. I had to say, look, I mean, if I'm just not willing to keep this up with you. I'm beyond the criticism from you at this point. And women in general. I mean, I'm friends with a lot of women. I'm cool. You know, we got women in the chat. I love women. I'm just not going to debate with you. Lone Wolf said, I got married once. There were red flags on the way to the wedding. Was driving to the wedding and some drunk guy pulls out of a business and drives across one lane and it T-bones me in the other lane. Second, they let him go and kept me saying my driver's license wasn't good. After 2 hours at the station and 1 hour late for the wedding, oh my gosh, they finally figured out that they were wrong and let me go. That's a disaster story. That's a disaster wedding day story right there. Okay, so I guess we're still on our 20-an-hour pace. We're good. Oh, guys, I think we delivered here yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Same spot, same
The
person.
customer requested you hand them the order. They added the following instructions. Hand it to me. Come to the one-story building on the left.
All right, we've made $45, right? Yep, at least $45. Sean said, I actually wouldn't do that with your wife because you could turn into John Bobbitt. You mean not having, like, not debating? Now, me and Allison are a totally different story, but I'm talking about everybody else. I mean, it's just I'm married, right? Like, I've got my wife. Like, it's not my responsibility to like, a lot of these women need to find husbands to have these arguments with, not me, you know? That's for someone else to do. And I mean, if let's say it's a married woman coming at me, wanting to have a argument with me especially publicly. In that scenario, it's like, hey, if you got a problem with me, like, I'm the head of my household. Send the head of your household to come have this conversation with me. I don't want to have it with you. That's definitely going to piss some people off that I said that. But, I mean, that's just... There we go. 775, 4 miles. Keep it moving. Get this done before 1:15. We'll still be on our 20-an-hour pace. I hope today is a good day. Can't take no more bad days. Lone Wolf says Ryan and Allison seem to be a good team together. I think we really are. I've been like blown away by how much easier things become with Allison. This life stuff becomes easy. But we've looked at each other many times. We're like, I don't know how we would possibly, I don't know how we'd be doing this without one another. I don't know how these single people do it. But the truth is they don't. Like they don't succeed to the level that we are, because it's like it's nearly impossible to do that. Let's say a single person actually does have an unbelievably high earning potential, and they can actually out earn the two of us. They're still going to be likely paying all of their expenses, because somebody like that, in most scenarios, they're not going to have roommates if they can afford not to. So they're going to not be splitting expenses with a partner. They're going to be not having anyone to be accountable to in terms of like erroneous spending. So they're going to have, they're going to have a new iPhone sooner than me and Allison, and they're going to have nicer shoes than me and whatnot. But they're single people are going to have spending habits, especially if they're making money. That's going to hold them back from making like actual wealth building progress. It's hard out here as a single young person. What I don't like is you see these Instagram reels or these little shorts of people just complaining, talking about how bad the country is and how it's impossible for a young person to get ahead and you can't buy a house. That's completely false. My best friend bought a house before he was married by himself at 19 years old. And I mean, there ain't much special about that house, but he still did it. Allison and I bought a 4-bedroom, 3-bath at 23 years old. What was it? 22 years old? 23? I think I just turned 23 2 months before. I don't want to see any more TikTok, YouTube shorts from you 28 and 29-year-olds talking about how you can't possibly do it, and how the whole economic system needs to be rethought because you're not getting ahead. Quit clubbing, quit smoking weed. I guarantee you've got a habit that I don't have that's completely costing you the ability to save. I'm going to let this guy get in his car and then I'm going to go. But he's walking gingerly. He's moving slow. But he's an older guy. I'm fine with it. Take your time, man. You're good, man. Make sure you get in the right seat. There you go. There you go. Go ahead. Slowly sit down. There you go. There you go. And shut the door whenever you feel like it. Take your time on that door. It's still open. Get as much fresh air in that car as you need. I'm not worried about it. It's probably hot in that car. Let it air out. There you go. He's probably buckling in, getting himself adjusted. Yeah, he's making sure his butt's in the right position in the seat. There he goes. Shut the door. Good job. Sean says, sorry, had to step away. You're sounding like Ben Shapiro. It is running at 2 times speed. I got you. I get what you mean. He talks fast. That dude's lips, man, he gets those words out quickly. Brandon said, customer got a heat advisory on their order. I accepted. I put it in the hot bag. Yeah, what does that mean? I don't even know what that is. They're like, please deliver the food hot? A heat advisory? Are you back from your interview? Is it over? I like watching you think about this. That's cruel. What is a DoorDash heat advisory? Excessive heat. There's a Reddit post about this. I don't know, man. This is going to put us at 52 or 53 bucks, right? Has the Uber tip come in yet? No, not yet. Heck yeah, dude. I only made 40 during the live stream yesterday. We'll probably make 60 today. I'm ahead of the game. Brandon said, I think I won them over with my hot bag interview over. I basically told them they should hire me versus the other cucks who showed up. Dude, if I was running an interview and somebody came in and called the other interviewees cucks, I would hire them on the spot. On the spot. I like how you spell cucks, Brandon, without a K. Brandon says, I literally told the guy I have no resume, but you're still going to remember me. I've seen, I think one of my favorite, like, interview coaching, like, interview advice on the internet is Andrew Tate. He's got a video out. I think it's pretty darn good advice, to be honest with you. Or not an interview. He's got a video out where he explains how to get hired basically in any job without any experience. He makes a good case of how to win people over just by being really confident, exceedingly confident. And I'm like, yeah, it makes sense to me. I mean, if somebody spoke like that to me, I think I'd give them a shot too. He makes a point, like, when you're ignorant to an industry or a job, like, just walk in there with an inappropriate level of confidence that you can do it. An insulting level of confidence to the people that are hiring, that know what it takes to do the job that they're hiring for. Come in with an insulting level of confidence, and they're going to think there's no way anybody would walk up in here without knowing something that we don't know. He must know something. And they're going to hire you. Now, how long will it last? I don't know, because you're going to have to back it up to some degree. But you can at least get your foot in the door. They're going to hire you. I would. I think if I was to give up gig work and go back out and look for a job, I would absolutely. I never did that back in the day. I never went and applied for something that I completely am not qualified for. Maybe I should have done that. And if you can just get in one interview and don't come in and kiss butt and give the cliche answers that everybody else comes in and gives, but like really stand out in a weird way, you might get that job. Freaking idiots waited to cross the street until they didn't have the right of way. They literally had it before. And then they wait until they're not supposed to cross the street, and then they cross the street. Sometimes I can't tell if people are suicidal or not. Sean said that is their version of turning right on a no turn on red. Tim said, guess he decided to use the bathroom in there. No, I got lost. I totally just went into an employees only entrance. And no one was aware that I was in there. They're lucky I'm a stand-up guy. Because I just violated their whatever security they think they've got. They don't. All right, so we're at 52 or 53 bucks. Uber tip came in only 80 cents higher than expected. That's all right, $11.80. I'm really hungry now. I bought that Taco Bell. I took one bite of it, and now I'm like really hungry. I want to find some shade and eat. Shade. Tim says, your sound is messed up. Anyone else having this issue? I know sometimes that happens. Sometimes I'm choppy. Good now? Okay, good. Just depends on where I'm at on the road. Total so far, 1180 plus 3275 plus $961. 54 bucks. 54.16 so far. Pretty, I mean, I guess we're like slightly ahead of a 20 an hour pace, which is not, that's not bad. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. 54.16 in 2 hours and 31 minutes. I would like a $6 order that gets me back home. Sit here for a minute, look for $6 or $7 order that gets me back home. We'll make $60 during the live. I'll hang out with the dogs a little bit, get some housework done, go to the gym at 4. That's not it. I'll be at the gym from 4 to 5 or so, 5:30 maybe. Then grind the dinner shift out. Try and make another another 80 at dinner maybe from 6 to 10. That'd be $140 for the day, roughly. Yeah, I'd be fine with that. It's one of my favorite parts about this job is that I can work in 3-hour intervals. I don't have to necessarily, well, I can if I want to though. I can go 16 straight hours if I want to. But I really like that I can basically you could do 3-hour shifts in a day. Break them up so that you've got rest and you're mentally resetting every time. 3 hours doing this goes by really fast. So if you work 3-hour shifts throughout the day, you could run I don't know, 7 to 10, 11 to 2, 6 to 9. Then you're done. You still got the whole night. If you make 20 an hour during that whole time, you're making $180. You're putting probably $20 of that back into your car. You're coming out with $160 profit. If you're willing to do that 6 days a week, you're profiting nearly $1,000 a week. It's funny though, a lot of people do a lot of jobs making less than that. And thinking that they're doing the right thing. I don't know. And I mean, y'all let me know. What's the value of not having to call in for an off day? What's the value of, on a moment's notice, not having a work requirement? I'm about to go on a 10-day road trip. What's the value of not having to use vacation days or be told that I can't do it because it's the summer? That was a hilarious part about the HVAC job I did. Well, you can't take your vacations in the summer because that's when we're doing most of our work. Well, my wife's a teacher. What up, Glide? What up, what up? Heck, what's the value of being able to churn out literally a 100-hour week when you want to? Glad said, pink cup, sorry, I won't assume nothing. Yeah, we don't have any like masculine cups in the house. Because I identified that we have too many cups. So we got rid of some of them, but guess which cups we got rid of? Sean said, I've been lucky on my W-2. I can take off pretty much anytime I want. And that's good, and that you can get there if you're tenured. But man, I can't, as a young person, I can't run the risk. Seeing the direction of the culture, seeing how they hold stuff over your head when they know they've got leverage. How funny is it? The corporation actually doesn't want you to succeed, because if you're financially well off, you're going to retire sooner. Does that mean they're going to pay you less? No, because they're going to pay you what the market says you're worth. But their systems and just the way they encourage you is going to be different, because they don't want you to succeed. That's why financial literacy is so bad, because one, they don't teach it in school, and two, the corporations are what, decentivized? Is that a word? They're decentivized. They're incentivized not to have you succeed with the money that you are being paid. Blake says, honestly, I feel very privileged having unlimited PTO. You don't have an unlimited PTO. That's a bunch of crap. Unlimited PTO means you can just take off all the time you want to and get paid for all of it. That's not true, or else you would be retired today with a pension, basically. That's why I worked at Ashley Furniture in a warehouse, and I pitched to them the idea that I would be a financial coach. Yeah, Blake says, well, I don't have a certain limit of days I can take off. Okay, that's true. That may be true to some extent now. Let's say you tell them you're going to take the next 2 years off to go hike the 14 highest mountains in the world, like 14 Peaks, that Netflix documentary. Blake said they call it unlimited. It's not, though. They have a limit. They There's only so much they're going to tolerate. If you say, I'm going to take the next 2 years, and I'm going to go basically travel the world, and then I'll be back. They're going to say, that's not really what we meant by unlimited. It's like, well, you shouldn't have used the word unlimited then. Yeah, I pitched Ashley Furniture the idea that I would be basically a financial counselor, a financial coach for people in the company. I'd be like an in-house Dave Ramsey type deal. Because this was a Christian company. Ashley the one that I worked for was called themselves a Christian company. So I thought I might have a shot. To be fair, they heard me out. Like the multi-millionaire owner invited me in, let me give a 40-minute pitch, asked me questions, like took it seriously. That was really nice. But I had no chance of doing it. He was just trying to show me simply that he cared about the things that I was passionate about as sort of a long-term play. But it wasn't a serious consideration what I was actually speaking about. But I tried anyway. But it's like, no, we don't want you to help everybody in here clean up their finances and get debt free, because then they might not want to work here anymore. They're not. They don't need to be here, and we need them to need to be here. That's not a dynamic I want to be in as an earner with a wife who I want to take care of and buy cool things. I don't want to need anything. Blake says, well, either way, I can get those days off in the summer that you couldn't. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why I made the decision. One of the reasons I made the decision I did. Wow, we've hit a wall in terms of offers on DoorDash here. Anyway. And the fact that like I said, I'm making a huge risk by being a young person trying to climb the ladder in this culture when no one is loyal to anything. When at any moment this corporation is going to tell me, take XYZ vaccine or you're fired. I mean, there's just no chance that I have any ability to work anywhere for like any legitimate duration. There's just no way that it would work out for a personality like me. Because they don't even care how good you are. The argument of, well, I mean, just be the best in the building, be the best at your craft out there, and they'll tolerate some stuff. They'll put up with you. That's not true. Not when you're printing money. Not when the corporatocracy and the technocracy is in conjunction with the government and printing money. That's why they don't care. When you see these videos of people looting and rioting and raiding stores and stealing a few $1,000s worth of goods at a time, and they don't prosecute these people, even though they know who they are, it's because money doesn't matter when you're printing it. So the most valuable employee now has no value because it's not even about the money anymore. Brandon says, how was the lukewarm Taco Bell? It's good, man. I still got some more left. Sean said, I don't take many days off, but I took 2 weeks off back in March and went on a cruise, and man, I love a cruise. I love a good cruise. I've only been on one cruise. I was supposed to be on a second cruise for my honeymoon, and then COVID happened. And then they decided that I wasn't allowed on the boat because I wasn't vaccinated. Even though I won't get into other people's personal information, but I'll tell you that I'm not vaccinated, but because I don't care what you know. Lone Wolf said, lukewarm, lol, nah. That thing was at best room temperature. Brandon said, want to know the trick to pristine body conditioning? Room temperature Taco Bell and basketball. That's true. You can eat whatever you want. You can eat anything if you're willing to work it off. I'm a big believer in that. Sean says, I'm not either. Yeah, we paid for the cruise way in advance. Then COVID comes. Then they give us like tremendous discounts. It got to the point where we were about to basically go for free. Because they discounted it. If you like postponed it and didn't cancel, if you just, if you were willing to keep pushing it back, they kept discounting us hundreds of dollars every time. Then they gave us like a $300 onboard credit. They're like, you can get massages with this or gamble with this or whatever. I mean, just kept running it up. I was like, oh my gosh, we're basically getting a free week-long cruise honeymoon out of this. Just by being willing to do it when everybody else was so scared. And nope. Well, you can't go anymore. And then I said, well, let's just keep postponing it until because the day will come when you guys don't ask for vaccinations anymore. I believe we're there, all right. I'm not sure about that. I don't know. It may depend on where the cruise is going. So I don't know anymore. But I was like, 4 years from now, 5 years, 8 years from now, you're not gonna care whether I'm vaccinated or not. So can we just keep postponing it? That way we can keep this price and keep all these incentives. And they were like, nope, we're just gonna refund you the rest of the money, which at that point was only a couple $100. They were like, basically, we're canceling you, and here's the rest of your money, and go F yourself. Or get vaccinated. You can solve all your problems by getting vaccinated. Brandon said, I think I'm going to start bringing a step stool for early morning Amazon shifts. I used a large box to help jump a fence, but it almost ended terribly. No, this ride has a stop. I don't do rides with stops. I hopped a fence yesterday, Brandon, for DoorDash with a pizza in the hot bag. But yeah, I used to hop fences all the time for Amazon Flex. That's why they shouldn't have got rid of me, because I went above and beyond. I did a whole bunch of questionable stuff to deliver packages. Sean said, we didn't do ours until they dropped the COVID regulations. Oh, the cruise. We were going to do an Alaskan cruise, but Canada still had their restrictions, so Canada didn't see any of our money. Lomo said, Brandon, when I have to deliver DoorDash to people with fences, I use the gate. Brandon says, did you break any doors? No, but I've climbed over fences. I've climbed under fences. I've squirmed through because I'm little like that. Because I'm in shape like that. I squirmed under a gate. Get through there. Then now, okay, I'm in the neighborhood now. Now I got about a half-mile jog to the actual house. I actually did that crap. Because I wanted to have as good a delivery rate as I could like possibly have. Brandon says I went under a gate too. Yeah, what else did I do? Yeah, a lot of the doors in Charlotte, you got to have like a key, like a key card to get into places. I did a lot of like, oh, somebody opened this door. I'm gonna quit before it closes. Let me run over there and stick my foot in there. Okay, now I'm in the building. There would have been no other way for me to get in this building other than sneaking in or coaxing somebody with a key card to come help me. Give me a hand. Brandon says, I also stayed facing an exit while I jumped a fence. Blocking cars from exiting. Oof. Lomo said, that's too much. I'm not squeezing through anything or climbing over anything, crawling under anything. Okay, now we're starting to kill time for no reason. I thought I'd get an order back home by now. Blake said, as someone who lives in a key card apartment, thank you. Right? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure people are like having to wait for packages because it's hard. That's why I really like my market here in DoorDash, where I DoorDash, because I mean, we have apartments and stuff, and some of the newer ones can be a little tricky. But for the most part, we just have houses lined up on streets. And it's not hard to find places. That's how I like it. Come on, one more DoorDash. Let me get to $60. 60's the magic number. Blake said, I've had more times than I can count. People not dropping stuff off or lying about it. That's why I would always dash in the suburbs. It's easier than those student access apartments with no parking. Yep. Yeah, Charlotte's crazy with that. I mean, it's complicated in uptown Charlotte. You got these massive like apartment buildings, and I mean it's a nightmare for an Amazon Flex driver in Charlotte. Oh, it's $7, but it's the wrong way. I'm gonna turn it down. I don't want it. It's the wrong way. Need something going this way. Sean said, I wouldn't live in an HOA neighborhood, but I do like delivering to them. Everything is clearly marked. That's true. My neighborhood, it does not have an HOA. Sean said, the trailer parks around here have tires on the roof. Yeah, you see that you see that out west. When I did my road trip going out west. The climate's different, so the way they build homes is different. That was actually a good order, but I declined it because now I've gotten 3 in a row to Jersey Mike's. And the last time that happened, there was a big glitch going on. Yeah, I'm wary about going there because there was a big glitch going on where they had like 30 DoorDashes all at one time. And of course, like none of them were made because they were so far behind. So now when I see 3 in a row from that restaurant again, I'm going to assume that they're having some sort of glitch going on. Something's not right. Yeah, I don't like any of these. Sean said my birthday's tomorrow. Hop in the live tomorrow, Sean. I'll give you a happy birthday tomorrow. That's awesome. Happy birthday to you, Lone Wolf, as well. Yeah, I didn't like any of the orders coming home. I got quite a few of them, but whatever. I'll just make more money later. Now I'm like considering taking a nap because I wasn't tired earlier, but now the going to bed last night at 4 a.m. is starting to hit me. I literally might take a 30-minute nap. I can't take a longer nap than that though because I gotta keep my DoorDash active. So every 30 minutes I'm gonna have to pause this and resume it. Lone Wolf says, yeah, you weren't live on my birthday. It was on Saturday. Gotcha. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today. Thought it was another good, fun shift, fun live stream. I got lots more work to do today, but I am going to go rest. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you at the same time tomorrow, 10:45 a.m. Eastern for our last live stream of the week. And really, might be the last live stream for a while. Because I got the trip coming up. I don't know how often we'll be live during the road trip. We'll see. Later. All right, guys. I will see you all tomorrow on Welty.